Mini episode 1264 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge Mini Episode 1264. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our preview of Yellowstone Episode 3.10. Here's our top 5 notes of interest heading into the season's final episode. Number 5, Beth was in the background for once, left to seethe about getting fired. She'll be squarely back in the action next week as the battle with the developers builds to a climax, and the long hinted at partnership with Angela Blue Thunder in pursuit of perfect ruthlessness will pay off then as well. Number 4, in an episode built around old school Wild West violence, Case was uncharacteristically sidelined. He outlined his code of honor to Rip. As a soldier, he kills when necessary, but never murders. But as matters escalate in the finale, he, like Beth, should be back in his particular theater of operation. Also, he had a weird subplot in which he convinced his wife, the educator, to let his son be homeschooled amidst the chaos of the ranch. Truly weird. Number 3, how much did the developers need Wade Morrow? The explanation about this season's picture has been uneven at times. After the last episode, it seemed pretty cut and dried that the developers could simply force John to sell a good portion of the ranch under force of eminent domain. But then Rourke admitted to Wade that they needed a provocation from the Duttons in order to press their legal case, and now they won't have that. Wade as a distraction for the Duttons worked. Wade as a critical piece of the story doesn't work as well. If only there was more consistency in how this was laid out. Number 2, Jamie meets his dad, the murderer, and isn't completely repulsed. His quest to learn more about himself may end up separating himself from the Duttons, which would come at the worst possible moment. If he doesn't have their back in the climactic fight with the developers, it will be a final break with the family. Number 1, the final battle is upon us. Unlike Season 2, which apportioned the main storyline action fairly evenly throughout, Season 3 pushed a disproportionate amount of it to the last 3 episodes. The developers appear to have John completely over a barrel because of the billions at stake in the eminent domain deal, again, unless they don't, because John tricked Morrow into invading his ranch where he was secretly dealt with. So there's still suspense, but unfortunately the kind that comes from fuzzy storytelling as opposed to an evenly fought contest. Regardless, the action will be insane, and this seems certain to rank among the best episodes in show history. Let's just hope that it all makes sense in the end. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.